Okay, in this video, we want to see how to convert feet per second to miles per hour. All right, the reason I'm making this video is a lot of times in my classes when I'm doing velocity and acceleration problems, the answers will be in meters per second or feet per second. But sometimes students will ask me, okay, how fast is that? Because our frame of reference for speed is usually in miles per hour. That probably comes from driving and riding in cars. But either way, we know that 10 or 15 miles per hour, that may be the speed that you would drive in a parking lot. Whereas 45 miles per hour, 50 miles per hour, that may be down a small road. 75, 80 will be the average speed on a highway, 70 to 80. And if our answer was 500 miles per hour, you know, okay, that's about the speed of an airplane. So I just wanted to do this just so we could get a better picture and just how to convert when we do have these meters per second problems in this, or the feet per second problems. So the first thing we want to do, first thing I want to say is there are multiple ways to do these problems. So you can check somewhere, you may get other methods, and that's fine. But this is the way that I always like to look at it. So first, we're going to have a question, and we're going to say how many. Well, let's say this: a vehicle is moving at a rate of 66 feet per second. You will say, how fast is this in miles per hour? And of course, we usually see miles per hour in mph. I'll put this in parentheses because you look on the speedometer of your cars, this is how we'll do it. So this is my favorite way to show it, right? It's 66 feet per second. So I set up a proportion and we go from there. So we'll go 66 feet in 1 second, okay, which is equal to how many miles, that's X, in 3,600 seconds. So before we get that, the first thing that should pop in your head is, okay, how did we get 3,600? And let's talk about this one, right? The way we got 3,600 was like this. I'm going to go on my scratch paper. My scratch paper is in the red. Yeah, we know that there are 60 seconds in a minute, and we know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. I'm going to repeat that: 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. So together, that's going to give us 3,600. So this just kind of allows us to keep everything on the same scale, all right? So we're saying 66 feet in 1 second. Well, how many miles in an hour, which is 3,600 seconds, all right? So now, we remember, and we have to kind of go back in time here on how to solve proportions, we simply cross multiply. So when we multiply 66 times 3,600, we're going to get 237,600 feet, right? So in 1 hour, we're moving 237,600 feet. But this is another thing, and I'm coming on the scratch paper again. We have 5,280 feet equals 1 mile. So what do we do here? I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to divide this by 5,280. Let's keep this the same color. I'm going to divide this into by 5,280. And then when we divide this 237,600 feet divided by 5,280 feet, we will get 45. So that is 45 miles per hour. So 66 feet in 1 second is equal to 45 miles in 3,600 seconds. Well, remember, 3,600 seconds equals an hour. And that's how we do it. So, yeah, you could do this problem and on your own, you could try it with 80 feet per second, right? You can try another one and you could say 200 feet per second. But if you do it like this, you're going to get consistent results.